What's up? My name is Detroit Miracle, and I'm coming to you from this rainy late evening. Yes, indeed. Right now, we're in the transition in Detroit as far as it turning from daytime into nighttime. But that still won't prevent me from getting my message out clear. Well, I'm here to talk about transcend what do you call it? Transgender children. Yeah, that's the word. I'm not really familiar with all of these types of trendy words. Well, it's big news today involving transgender children wanting to transition from boys into girls or girls into boys. Yeah, it's shocking to even hear that type of talk now, because when I was a little boy growing up, that was unheard of. And if that had happened where a little boy wanted to transition into a little girl or vice versa, then the family would have put that child in a mental institution on the quickness. But nevertheless, in this day and age, things have become more accepting. Yeah, things are become more tolerating. Just say, look, for instance, marijuana is legal, and when I was a little boy, that was unheard of. They weren't legalizing drugs. Marijuana was legal as every other illegal substance on the planet. But this discussion isn't about weed. It's about transgender children. Now, I would say, let me give my take on it. I believe that, look, they say that you have to be of legal age to drive a car, to buy alcoholic beverages, to get in a nightclub, and to buy liquor from the liquor store. That's always been known and agreed upon, that you have to be of legal age because you would have had to reach the mature stage in your life where you are more than capable of making your decisions to do adult things. Yeah, that's how it's always been. Even to buy a dirty movie, you have to be at least 18 or older because you have reached the mature age where you are capable of making tough decisions in your life, or you should be. Now, that is the difference between an adult and a child. Children haven't reached the age of maturity enough to make many types of serious decisions for themselves in which society as a whole will agree upon. But adults have reached those age limits where they were given the right to make decisions which pertain to the seriousness of life. I know there are many adults that still behave immature and do the wrong things that they shouldn't, and they are more so held accountable for those acts than children are. That's the difference. So, getting back to the transgender subject, I would say that the parents should tell their kids, like, look, when you get to an adult age and you feel as though you want to make that type of decision, then it's out of our hands because you are an adult and you can choose to do whatever you want that way. So long as you are off on your own, so long as you are paying your own bills, so long as you are handling your own responsibilities, and then that is another indicator that you have become an adult by the responsibility that you are upholding and taking on as other adults do and have. That would be something perfect to tell those children like that. Look, you're too young, you're too immature to make a rash decision like that you would later or may later regret sometime in life as an adult. And like with those other things that I just indicated as examples, such as liquor, weed, and other things, like those are adult type of things. So they have been laid aside for adults to partake in once they have reached those age limits, or I would say reached a certain age, which enables them to drink, smoke weed, get in nightclubs, party, go to casinos, and whatever else, even go to legalized brothels, because those are adult things. You do not see children in those places. You do not see children buying alcoholic beverages in the liquor store. You do not see children gambling in the casinos. You do not see children partying in nightclubs. So why all of a sudden are they trying to make children responsible enough to make tough decisions like that they would later regret sometime in life? And many other types of transgender children who sought that transition later did regret making that decision, but it was too late to change it after that. At some point, they came to their senses and realized that they made a grave mistake, but what was done was done. And some things are permanent once you make the decision to do it. It's like when you do something bad and you get caught and you go to prison, there's no changing that. You are being punished for your decisions, and you are accepting the consequences for them, even if you don't agree with those consequences. But you cannot just do away with certain things once they have been done, people. So yeah, I'm saying, look, I believe that every adult has the right to do what they feel is right, as long as they are not hurting others. But children should not be given the rights to make those type of decisions, because next, if you give kids the right to do that, next they're gonna say, well, now kids can marry adults. So if you are a 13, 14-year-old girl, you could marry a 40-year-old man. You see where I'm going with this? Once you do something crazy or allow something real crazy to happen, then it's going to be no end to that. And what is the end to it? That's like if you let police officers pull people over on the side of the road and, like, beat them up and chastise them and persecute them falsely. The next, you'll have police officers beating up people because their dog peed on their neighbor's lawn or something. It's like if you allow one form of wrong or evil, then eventually they're going to allow many or all forms of evil and wrong. Yeah, children, like usually when children come to adults and they talk certain types of talk, certain adults would be like, hey, kid, get out of my face. Stop talking that grown-up talk. I don't want to hear that from you. Yeah, they in that case, the adults do not take the children seriously enough to engage in an adult discussion, unless the adult is trying to teach the child something and condition the child to know certain things that the child should know. And then the adult will let the child be an active participant in that discussion. Yeah, it's about responsibility, people. Yeah. Okay, folks. All right, people. I want to know what you think about this. So please send me those comments, likes, and feel free to subscribe to my channel, which is Detroit Miracle. And peace out.